Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm going to talk about pre-exam. Um, that's how we say your exam preparation partner, so you could guess it's about exams. And I'll introduce myself along with the PPT. So let's see what's the background for us. Students' aspiration. Students do aspire to make a good career, uh, become a doctor, architect, engineer, CA, and these aspirations do not have boundaries. If students in cities do aspire for some position, students in remote areas also aspire for the same. But the only difference comes is they are not given the appropriate, or they do not get the appropriate guidance and the appropriate information and those kind of things that are required. What problems do students face when they are studying? Most of the students do self-study, and when they evaluate their self, they, I mean, it's a student's tendency that they would, see the answer before even trying to think over the question. They would keep studying, 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 and there's very less interactivity with that. Also, there's no way how they could measure if they're improving in their preparation or not. Self-study would involve mostly of reading books, but when it comes to giving competitive examination, practice is more important. And without practice, you wouldn't really gain the confidence and the time management skills that are required. Lot of time is also spent by the students traveling to school, coaching, colleges, and there is where we all come into picture. Pre-exam about us. Pre-exam is a web-based software which conducts online objective tests for various competitive exams and entrance exams. These tests are generated randomly using a software from a huge database that we have. So whenever student wants to practice, they could just come to our website, choose whatever they have just studied, and start a test. And then they could measure how much they actually remember. All the tests that we have are time-based tests, and it also involves difficulty level, so that student could prepare according to their level and keep on improving on that. For each question, we also provide solutions after the exam has been taken. So this is just an overview that I'm giving, and I'll go into a deeper look later on. Before that, let's have a look at the leadership team. Mr. Bharat Doshi, also my father, and he has around 30 years of experience working as a teacher, as a management person for different educational institute. And throughout his experience, whatever knowledge he has gained working with students of different levels, he designed this idea of randomly selecting questions from the database and then creating a test based on that. Myself, I'm a computer science graduate from University of Southern California with specialization in artificial intelligence, and currently I'm handling technology and marketing for pre-exam. Why us? Let's see what are the unique features. Tailor-made test. Now each student do have different level of preparation requirements. Not all students are equal. So if I require 1 day's preparation for the chapter, somebody else might require like 3 or 4 days. So the general criteria of fixed test do not really help students in their personal development. So in tailor-made tests, they could select their own criteria based on whatever they require. They could practice on same chapter again and again until they gain the perfection. Randomized question, intelligent database design which selects questions randomly. The questions are selected based on the difficulty level, marks they select, and also the course, chapter, and those criteria that student requires. Error correction test is a very unique feature of pre-exam. What this does is it collects all the questions students have appeared incorrectly or have left unanswered, and all these questions are collected and put into their error correction test. Students are made to take these error correction tests so that we know that they are actually improving and not just looking at the solutions and going ahead. Preparation analysis, we have a graph of preparation analysis. Most of the entrance exams and competitive exams today have negative marking, and students who are appearing for such kind of exams where negative marking they are facing for the first time, and they don't really know how to answer the paper because it's very tricky that you might have you are not sure about some answer, but still, you have to answer some questions extra so that you could score. So you have to make that balance, and preparation analysis shows you how to balance this. Discussion forum, this is also a unique feature where students can post in their questions on the forum, and we try to answer them within a day. We have professors who interact with students for the same. We have study tips. So it's not just exam preparation. Students do need moral boosting. They do need study techniques, tips and tricks, how they could improve their skills, how they could remember certain things. All those come in these study tips. And that's how. That's a comparison that we have with coaching classes, distance learning, and other websites having similar exams. The highlighted features for us are unlimited practice test. We don't have a limit. The packages are limited, but students can still add more tests to their packages. You can practice it anywhere, anytime. Mobile website is available. Error correction test and preparation analysis I've already explained. We also have pre-exam for institutes, where we provide institutes with an admin panel through which they could monitor what tests their students are giving and accordingly keep a track or boost them to improve. All India reach, we have students from all over the India, each and every state. These are the states highlighted where we have more than 1,000 registrations. Current status, we have 44,000 registrations, 9 courses available, and more than 90,000 questions database. Future plans, we keep on adding more and more courses to this. Next step for us is to develop a mobile app wherein students can practice even without internet, so that it would be helpful to people who do not have a good access to internet. We are also trying to develop video library where a lot of videos are available for free. We are just going to put them all together. We are also planning to have interactive session with professors where we have a 1-hour chat session with professor and students can ask questions. These are the courses that we offer currently. We have free courses for CS Foundation, that's for company secretary, SYJC Commerce, that's 12th, and TY BCom. That's it. Thanks.
So accepted. So those who would like to study pre-exam test unlimited, you can take. Very good. Any questions? So shall we move?
I just asked if nobody's asking, so I'll ask you a question.
the time will go on, and the time is exactly same as you would get in the exam. And most of the questions do need more time to solve. Like if you start Googling, definitely you're losing time. So you wouldn't be able to complete the paper.
Okay, so it's a time control and the speed control. That's what I want to understand. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
You said you have study tips. These study tips are based on the results, or these are the generic ones?
These are just generic stories. It's like moral stories where students can read and understand, okay, I need to build up this morale and things like that. Like stress management, time management, how to develop good concentration techniques.
But this online exam thing, I like it very much because I feel that the geographical distance is so much, and now we have to adopt this thing. I would like to ask, suggest sir that if you can suggest this to university and this thing so that children,
Can
I
it
mean,
be useful to college students,
for
university
students.
students?
Definitely.
Yeah.
Currently, we just have 12th commerce because they have 40, 60 or 80, 20 patterns. So like the marks that are in college, that are within the college, you could take an objective test for students. And since this is a randomly generated paper, even if there are 50 students sitting in a line giving a test, each one would have a different set of questions. There's nothing like they could copy from each other.
Okay, I have actually two thoughts in my mind. One is a response to the graphic that you showed on the map. And I see that whole of the northeast and the top of India, which really requires to have this kind of requirement, you missed them. Why?
Okay, so that was only for 1,000 plus. Since the states are small, we do have registration from each and every states of those 7 sisters.
Okay.
And it's just that each state would give you a smaller.
Okay, so you do have representation from there. I see. Okay. Okay. And what is, since one question came from the CSR side, but she didn't ask you to do anything on that component, so I'm going to ask you, what is your CSR mandate?
Good point. No,
Okay,
CSR, ma'am, I will
okay,
explain it
okay.
when you say CSR.
Yeah, it's the corporate social responsibility which is mandated for most companies which are going to grow beyond a certain, say, revenue level. And I do see that hopefully you will reach those standard levels. So then what happens to your CSR component is what I'm asking you.
So we would stick to the education. We would try to give scholarships to students. And they could just log in and start taking tests without any change.
Okay. So I'll tell you one thing. When you come to that level, talk to me, or we can plan that together because I have an idea for it. So I was a very selfish question. So, but it will be something that it will be of interest to you because it's very much what we are discussing at a policy level on some of these things, and we do require to look at some of what you have done. And I think it's very logically done, and I really appreciate the way you looked at the test compared to many others that I have seen. So maybe we could have a chat after this, and we will discuss this. Okay, thank you. Very good work. Thank you.